Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to our St. John's and DePaul battle. Okay, so we had to, take a quick break because players had to reset their, their routers and their line adapters, make sure we get good gameplay, and none of that, none of those slideshows. But we're gonna come back with PGG versus Ness on Smashville.
Alrighty, so Ness and Pika on Smashville. I'd imagine this is somewhat good for Ness because he can cover the side space with the PK Fire. Do you know how Pikachu might benefit from this stage potentially?
Just easier kill percentages, right? Even because the stage is a little bit smaller, so for Pikachu sometimes killing can be the issue, and it's also a small area where Pikachu doesn't have to chase you as much. So it is a double-edged sword in that way. So
I see. Is that gonna be it? Yeah, Pikachu being on the lighter end gonna die to that back throw.
Yeah, right now it's just Mr. L has to make up this deficit, and already lapping him in percent is skullkid, and right now it's just looks like it's pretty hard for Mr. L to get in. Looks like a little scared to get hit by some of these bigger hitboxes necessary now.
Yeah, definitely a lot of big hitboxes. It's gonna be quite annoying for Pika. I think you kind of just have to respect Ness more. You kind of have to just stand shield, wait. It also doesn't help that you can't just Thunder Jolt camp as well, because typically Pikachus will like to zone in with Thunder Jolts, but that magnet from Ness makes it almost impossible.
Yeah, and that's another thing in the matchup that's pretty hard for Pikachu to deal with, because Pikachu is a character who benefits from Thunder Jolting. And okay, actually we have an edge guard, and Mr. L that's the stock. That's the stock, and we got the double touch.
Jeez,
I like the energy.
Damn, man, that was an insane stock for Mr. L.
Yeah, and just as we were talking about, like, all the things that Pikachu has to work for in the matchup, we remember why Pikachu is probably considered one of the top 2 characters in this game.
Yeah, certainly. When he has edge guard abilities like that, how can you not be the best character?
Yeah. And Mr. L also, you have to credit Mr. L. That Thunder at the ledge was pretty smart. You don't really see a lot of Pikachus go for that type of option. It's a big hitbox, and you already knew Ness had to get back to the ledge. So he didn't really have many options, but with that being said, skullkid taking that stock, he's at a pretty big deficit.
Alright, gets the falling Nair. Not too much percent.
Yeah, and Mr. L just taking his time, knowing that he's in the lead. I don't need to run any of these PK Kid hitboxes right now. I can just sit back with my lead and pick my positions a lot easier. And that's a good position to have, but skullkid finding their opening.
skullkid doing a great job of navigating around some of these niche hits that are being thrown out from Mr. L.
Oh no, okay. Now this is about 95% unanswered, and let's see if Mr. L can take this stock. That was a crazy parry punish, and you got back aired, and that's the game.
Oh god, that is unfortunate. I know Mr. L had that brief highlight there, but didn't matter in the end. skullkid ended up snagging that stock.
Yeah, like, just that phantom. That
actually phantomed. Oh my god.
Wow, that phantom. Oh no. Because I was wondering, because I actually wondered how he got into that position. And then you realize he phantomed that up air.
Yeah, look at that orange spark. Yeah, wow.
Oh no.
Pixel away.
And that single pixel making Mr. L lose that game. And This is like a pretty big mountain to climb for St. John's right now. That was a crazy punish. That thunder punish was insane. But skullkid just staying in the course and sticking to the game plan, and it worked out. And gonna go to game 2.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go to town.
Yeah, and we're gonna start at town, and makes sense because Pikachu does like the flat stages. Because I'm guessing, we're gonna assume that the this banned FD and Kalos. So yeah, now town would be the next pick. Now the problem with town is, right? Even though town does have its flat variations, it pretty much still has platforms. And you can die earlier off the edges of this stage, so that's still like a minus for Pikachu to some aspect, but we'll see how this matchup goes.
Ooh, oh my god, this combo, this bridge.
Yeah,
An insane combo from Mr. L.
Yeah, quick 0 to 50% off the narrow route. All the good. That's bread and butter for Pikachu players, especially if you're an upcoming Pikachu player. That's something that you need to have in your arsenal. That's one of the bigger things that Pikachu has. Like Pikachu off stage, how's he gonna get back? Okay, just we'll finish that top platform. Not want to do an aggressive recovery into nest. That can mean a stop. But that drag down forward? Oh.
Yeah, I know Mr. L has talked about that before, how the forward air doesn't really connect all that well. There's some benefits to that though. Sometimes falling out can actually lead into some niche tech chase scenarios.
Getting that arsenal punish off of that aerial game. And something you do see a lot of drag down punishes with Pikachu, but usually comes from air. It doesn't really come from forward air a lot. Pretty aggressive Pikachu.
Ooh, the dab.
Yeah. Counter attacking in that string, and Mr. L throwing out that thunder. Right now, Focus does a really good job keeping Mr. L out consistently.
Yeah, doing an excellent job. Ooh, the down air. That was a little bit of a risky edge guard, but I like the attempt. All right, good quick attack.
Oh, and that thunder actually making that back air a little bit more active. So Mr. L got clipped by it, and you have to watch out right now, Mr. L. If Nets lands on the ground, he could be in danger for a back air, so he needs to watch out.
Yeah, definitely has to be on the lookout for sure.
Yeah, staying on that platform, just trying to find a way in. And that up smash, not able to punish that dash attack on shield. And right now, Mr. L is in danger. The second anchor of St. John's is in danger of going down against DePaul.
Okay, now at a 1-stock deficit. Still close though. Just needs to snag one more grab, and I think might delete some pummels into an up throw potentially.
Or
no need. Yeah, no need. Just go for the dash attack.
Yeah, and right now, Mr. L needs to push it right now and try to get around this wall that skullkid is making. Yeah, and that narrow to shield. Just Mr. L hasn't really been getting hasn't really got anything started besides that nair loop that he got earlier in the game. Other than that, like all these other punishes have been pretty small in comparison. You know, if we're going to compare skullkid punishes to Mr. L punishes.
Yeah, definitely a lot of great punishes for sure. I'm expecting maybe an up throw thunder setup. Okay, nope, go for the forward throw.
And that was a very good trade for Mr. L, because if he didn't get Nest all space in that position and in that PK fire, that was almost certainly the stock or at least the stage position for skullkid. So it's good, really good on Mr. L taking that second game, putting some numbers on the board. So
yeah, now we got some points on the board finally for St. John's, and now we're gonna get into game 3, and we'll see if they can start to close this deficit.
Yeah, and these are just like such hard-fought games, and I feel like if there's one thing to take from Mr. L's side is that you need to capitalize on every punish you get against skullkid, because skullkid right now, even though Mr. L did win that game, right? skullkid primarily throughout these games has been controlling the pace and has been controlling how Mr. L approaches, and it's a lot of Mr. L respecting a lot of skullkid's options and also just respecting their space. So right now there needs to be some type of way that he can make Nest feel uncomfortable in certain scenarios.
See the counter pick here.
Yeah, so yeah, we're banning these stages right now. Gonna get back to this action soon. If I were to guess, we're probably banned triplats. We might go back to Smash Floor, maybe PS2. If I'm guessing as a Nest player. Yeah, and yeah, we're gonna see PS2.
Alright, PS2. I know a lot of Nesses like this stage because they can PK fire, they can double jump cancel PK fire on the platform towards not only the ledge but also center stage, which is obviously where you mostly want to be as a player. So you definitely have a lot of control over space. And against a character like Pikachu, like that can be very devastating because a lot of Pikachus like to quick attack all around the stage. And when you're covering space like that, they almost have nowhere to go.
Yeah, but speaking of nowhere to go, skullkid really couldn't do much of that. And you know, something about taking their combos to the bank. And I have to say that Mr. L's punish game, that stock, and this stock right now.
Ooh, if he got that downer spike, that would have been the cleanest zero to death.
Mm-hmm. I actually thought he was going to go out and try to snipe the electric ball, but he didn't. You know what? I do respect him going for that push up into down there. I haven't seen somebody go for that.
That would have been insane. All right, good rollout to avoid the grab.
Now how's skullkid going to recover? Yeah,
that was fantastic.
Yeah, and that's something that a lot of people don't actually know. It's that down smash can hit below the ledge. And the thing about hitting down smash below the ledge, in like what you just saw, is that you're gonna hit the stage a couple times. It's gonna be hard for you to tech in that situation. So you know, but it's just like you usually go for a down tilt in this situation because it's faster, but with that obvious air dodge, it's a lot easier for Mr. L to go for that.
Yeah, definitely an easier route to go through.
But Mr. L turning it around, 2-stock advantage. So this is something that this is really good for St. John's. If St. John's can get this 2-stock, if St. John's
oh my god.
Okay. So Mr. L playing with the lead and making skullkid approach him. Smart stuff come out from Mr. L with the lead.
Oh my. Yikes. Was that like the sweet spot? Or?
Yikes. Yeah, that was sweet spot. Yikes. Yeah, so remember the thing I was talking to you about when I was like, hey, yeah, I think Mr. L needs to capitalize on their punishes more. This is what I mean. This is what I mean when you have to, in a matchup where you might not be favored in, you really need to capitalize on the punishes that you have. And Mr. L from start to finish in that game 3 capitalized on every single punish. And that was pretty much the difference in that game 3 specifically.
Yeah, 100%. Capitalize punishes on ledge traps, edge guards, just like perfect strings. And there were even moments where we saw like a couple like really nice DD Nair combos. And I know a lot of Pikas typically don't go for that on Wi-Fi. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but I respect it. Oh, my camera is. Oh, okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's really impressive coming out from Mr. L there.
Yeah, and that that 2-stock went really well for them, and it put them back in a position where they can make a comeback now. 10-5 is still a lead, still pretty decent lead for DePaul. But if St. John's has any chance of making this comeback, that 2-stock was very important for Mr. L. That 2-stock and that set win was pretty much needed for them to make this comeback. So good stuff on Mr. L, and this is why you need an anchor. That's why you need a good anchor, and your other anchor pulled through today for St. John's.
Yeah, now the real question